And when her face lights the shadows of your wrongdoing, you are broken.
Out of all things, a backbreaker. What is this, the WWE? If you've been keeping up with the gaming world over the past 6 or 7 months, you know that Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year in 2023. At the time, I hadn't played the game and expected the award to go to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Unlike the butthurt Spider-Man 2 fans that were mad that their game didn't win any awards, I was curious and decided to watch some gameplay footage of Baldur's Gate 3. Initially, I was put off by the turn-based combat and almost skipped the game, thinking I'd get bored and waste $70, especially since I'm used to a faster paced combat. Just when I was about to write off Baldur's Gate 3, I remembered that I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and that is a turn-based game. However, what made me pull the trigger on playing Baldur's Gate 3 was a little turn-based game called Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. As a kid, this game had me in a serious chokehold. I spent countless hours playing it, often staying up late, knowing I had school the next morning. If you had been in this situation before, remember how quickly you would move when you heard the footsteps of your parents coming to check if you were asleep? Within a split second, you would hide the game and pretend to be asleep before they walked in, because if you got caught, they would take the game away. Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics had me taking those type of risks. Baldur's Gate 3 is a story-rich, tabletop CRPG set in the universe of Dungeons & Dragons, where every decision you make shapes the tale. Alliances will be forged, bonds will be broken by betrayal, sacrifices will be made, and the lure of absolute power will test your resolve. After investing 120 hours into this game, I understand why it won Game of the Year. The dedication to every aspect of this game is astounding. The world is beautifully detailed, thanks to the remarkable graphics. The voice acting is exceptional, with well-written characters to match. Although the turn-based combat took a while to grow on me, it ultimately provided a strategic challenge in most encounters. Baldur's Gate 3 excels in nearly every aspect a modern game should, and has made a significant impact on the gaming community. Freckles, vitiligo, scarring, genitals. Oh! Whoa, y'all some nasty. Y'all nasty devs. I see why this won Game of the Year. Oh, I went too far on the slide. No, not. When you first start Baldur's Gate 3, creating your character can feel overwhelming due to the game's extensive customization options. The game offers 11 races and 31 sub-races to choose from, each providing unique abilities and strengths. Depending on your chosen race, characters have proficiencies with certain weapons and armor, higher base speeds, or enhanced skills like perception, stealth, or intimidation. Racial features can offer advantages, immunity, and resistance. Optimizing your character is crucial, and it is recommended to select a class that complements your race. There are 12 classes to choose from, each with unique abilities, proficiencies, and skills that influence your character's interaction with the world and their combat capabilities. As your character levels up, they unlock subclasses that grant you new powers and abilities. If you make a mistake or want to try a different class, you can reset your character's class at camp for a small fee. Lastly, you'll need to choose a background for your character, which provides traits that can open up extra dialogue options, grants proficiencies in certain skills, and provides inspiration when making specific choices. Character creation in Baldur's Gate 3 is more than just aesthetics and classes. It shapes your character's persona, significantly affecting the game's narrative and your overall experience. The campaign of Baldur's Gate 3 unfolds over 3 acts, centering around your character who has been infected with a parasitic tadpole that typically transforms people into illithid, aka mind flayers. However, this transformation mysteriously does not occur. As you travel through Western Faerun, along the way, you team up with others who share your predicament. As you and your companions seek answers and solutions to your shared affliction, you discover that the situation is far more complex and significant than merely removing a parasitic tadpole from your mind. The areas you visit throughout each act are unique and beautiful. You'll explore a diverse wilderness with various landscapes, an underground cavern devoid of sunlight and teeming with dangerous creatures, a vibrant city bustling with people, and much, much more. I've played many RPGs, but Baldur's Gate 3 is by far the most overwhelming. The decision making in The Witcher 3 never had me second guessing myself like Baldur's Gate 3 does. At first, I thought I was making solid choices, but by the end of Act 1, I realized my decision-making skills suck ass. After 20 hours, I failed to rescue Gale from the portal, got Will killed by convincing the Tieflings to revolt against the Druids in Emerald Grove, and as a result, Karlach refused to join my party. It gets worse. When trying to rescue a gnome from a gang of goblins who had him strapped to a windmill, I accidentally pulled the wrong lever and sent him to his death. Oh shit, I hit the wrong lever. Shortly after, I kicked a squirrel to death because he was talking shit.
Get out!
Well, dang, you don't like... Yo, he bit me? Squirrel's an asshole. I'm gonna kick him. I know I can easily pass this. 13, let's go. See what happens. I'm gonna kick the shit out of him. Oh shit! Oh fuck! I didn't know he was gonna explode. Oh, I feel so bad, bro.
Not sure why you were fighting.
Wait, it gets worse. Further down the line, Karma decided to rear its ugly head, and I got turned into a wheel of cheese by a genie. Oh, the genie did me dirty. You turned me into some cheese? Some cheese? Hey, you was the one that was doing wrong, bruh. Come, some cheese. So I decided to start completely over, hoping to make better decisions. I wasn't perfect. I'll admit, I reloaded countless times during my playthrough. This made me realize that almost every decision I made mattered. Choices can affect how your companions view you, get you in or out of trouble, and have long-term consequences. What intrigued me the most were the side quests. Each one was unique and memorable, especially those related to your companions. These particular quests are written exceptionally well, providing fascinating backstories about their lives before joining you on this forced adventure. The characters in your party have a wide array of personalities and beliefs, adding depth to the game. As you progress through the story, characters will react and grow based on your choices. The type of relationship you have with your companions can affect their development. You can choose to nurture a character's darker tendencies or steer them in the right direction. Initially secretive characters will begin to trust you, opening up about their past, revealing new dialogue options, and potentially developing feelings that go beyond friendship. Baldur's Gate 3 elevates players' freedom to unprecedented heights. This freedom permeates every aspect of the game, from character creation to combat, offering a unique experience unlike any other video game. In most games, players' actions are constrained by the overall design. Logical solutions to in-game situations are often off limits. However, Baldur's Gate 3 breaks this mold. Using your imagination, you can do just about anything. If rubble blocks your path, you can clear it with a blunt weapon or explosive. If something looks flammable, you can ignite it with a fire spell. Facing a strong enemy near a ledge, push them over. You can even put dead monsters in your inventory. Baldur's Gate 3 world is your oyster, allowing you to use your creativity to solve nearly any problem. If you think something is impossible in this game, it rarely is. With a game of this magnitude, encountering a few bugs is inevitable. Granted, I'm playing this game a year after its release, so they likely fixed most of the issues. The only issue I experienced was some minor texture problems. Otherwise, it ran smoothly. Baldur's Gate 3 has set the gaming world ablaze, raising the bar for the entire industry. While not every game needs to follow its lead, Baldur's Gate 3 highlights what modern gaming often lacks. Companies should take notes. Despite its old school, tactical RPG combat style, which may seem slow and unflashy, the game excels in other areas. It boasts a well-written story with complex characters, numerous meaningful choices, a highly polished cinematic presentation, and a world that rewards exploration and creativity. If you're on the fences about playing this game, I highly recommend giving it a chance and roll the dice. So without further ado, I give Baldur's Gate 3 a 10 out of 10. That will be it for today's review. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments section below regarding Baldur's Gate 3. Don't forget to tap that notification bell in order to stay up to date on my content. Stay safe, my friends, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.